The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Hello everyone, Prince Charmingder here, and we're here for our next episode of Let's Go See, and this time we're going to see Vengeance, The Dark Knight, The Batman. Ooh, this movie's been in development hell. Good God, this thing has been announced since like 2015 or something like that, like right after Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Yeah, I was taking a look at the Wikipedia page because initially this was supposed to be Ben Affleck's Batman movie, and I think it was supposed to be with like the death of Robin that was hinted at in Dawn of Justice, and then Batman v Superman didn't do well, and Justice League was like a crazy amalgamation mess, with Joss Whedon stepping in to take over for Zack Snyder due to his personal issues that came up during the making of that film. And the DCEU is not like the MCU. It seems like they don't have like there's nothing that's been super laid out. They are going for more standalone movies that kind of connect, but not really. And I think that's what makes it difficult, that there's not one unified vision. There's not one person who's like, okay, this is what we're doing. Here's the roadmap. And like everything just, it's like disconnected and disjointed, and they've had different reboots. Like the next Flash movie is supposed to be a reboot. And then the actors have been a little difficult, like Henry Cavill, and like I said, Ben Affleck. He was originally supposed to direct and star in this, but he like stepped aside from it. He wasn't like too keen on being the Batman anymore. He is supposed to be in the Flashpoint movie, with Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. So we were just like, when this was like starting to be developed, and we're like, okay, well then, what's going on with the Batman movie? What is going to happen? Are we going to get another reboot? Is it going to tie in with the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix? And then we heard, we finally got the announcement that it's going to be none other than Robert Pattinson. Yes, that's right, the sparkly guy from Twilight. He's going to be Bruce Wayne, Batman.
You serious?
Okay, this is going to be either really good or really bad. And so far, I have not seen any spoilers. I'm not trying to watch any reviews. I want to go in completely unbiased. From what I've seen in the trailers, it looks different. It looks really dark and gritty, like even more so than what Zack Snyder was doing in like Justice League and Dawn of Justice. But it could be interesting. We got the Riddler, who's going to be the main bad. And I think it's going to be super serious. It's kind of looks like, from what I've been seeing in the trailers, like a mix of Jonathan Crane, like the Scarecrow from Batman Begins, and not so much like weird campy Riddler like Jim Carrey's in Batman Forever, or was it Batman and Robin? I don't know. I've actually never seen the original 4 Batman movies. I think I've seen the first one, like bits and pieces. And then, what is it? Batman Returns with Catwoman and the Penguin. And I think the Penguin's supposed to be in this movie as well. Never saw Batman and Robin. And, of course, Batman Forever. I think that's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. But, yeah, my first actual real Batman movie was the Christopher Nolan trilogy, excuse me. I remember seeing Batman Begins in the drive-in. Then a family friend of ours, he took us to go see The Dark Knight, and wow, what a movie! The Dark Knight is like one of the best like movies I've ever seen. One of the best superhero movies. It's up there with like Logan. For me personally, I love Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. Those are like awesome, but then again, it's like that's because I grew up with the MCU. I have that history, that 10 years of movie building. And if you don't have that, it's like, yeah, it could just be seen as another superhero movie. You watch The Dark Knight and or Logan, and without any knowledge of the heroes or anything, it's like really good directing, really good storytelling. Logan has its faults. The Dark Knight does I can't think of a single thing that might be wrong with it. Maybe the runtime. It is pretty long. But speaking of runtime, this movie's long. This movie is like 2 hours and 54 minutes, where The Dark Knight is 2 hours and like 36 minutes or something like that. So that extra like 20 minutes, it's probably like an extra 10 minutes. No, actually, probably it is an extra like 20 minutes because of the credits. Runtimes always include credits, and you got to think there's maybe like 5 to 6, maybe 8 minutes worth of credits. But yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead. I'm gonna just look over a brief plot synopsis and see what we're getting into with Matt Reeves, the Batman. Okay, so I'm on the official the Batman website to get the synopsis, and it states, "It's not just a calling, it's a warning." From Warner Brothers Pictures comes Matt Reeves' The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson in the dual role of Gotham City's vigilante detective and his alter ego, reclusive billionaire Bruce Wayne. Isn't that interesting? That Batman is who Bruce Wayne identifies at, and billionaire philanthropist Bruce Wayne is his actual alter ego. It's like that's not who he is. That's the mask he wears. And you know what's funny? There is nothing on here on this Batman website. I'll pull it up right now. I'll just do like a quick little screen grab to show you. Like I don't know what the heck this movie's gonna be about. We have Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, of course, Batman, and we have Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, Paul Dano as Edward Nashton, Jeffrey Wright as the GCPD's James Gordon, Jeffrey Wright, who is also in Marvel Studios' What If, he's the Watcher. We got John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. Oh, cool. I know him. That's the guy. That's Agent Smith. No, not Agent Smith. Simmons. Agent Simmons from the Transformers movie. It says it right here. We got Peter Skarsgård as the DA, Gil Colson. I don't know who that is. Jamie Lawson as mayoral candidate Bella Real. And Andy Serkis. Ooh, Andy Serkis as Alfred. I love Andy Serkis. He is known for being Ulysses Klaue in the Black Panther. The one and only Caesar from the Planet of the Apes films, which Matt Reeves actually directed as well. So those were really good movies. The Planet of the Apes movies were really, really good. And Andy Serkis is freaking amazing. I love Andy Serkis. Freaking Gollum, King Kong. He's amazing. He doesn't get enough praise and recognition, I think. He definitely deserves some Oscars for the work that he's done. Anyways, and we've got Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. So yeah, I don't know what this movie's gonna be about. I'm afraid to look up anything else to see what this could be about, because the movie's already been out. They had special fan screenings on the 1st of March. I'm seeing this Friday, March 4th. I'm actually recording this prior to me going. I actually got to get ready. Got to put on some pants because it is cold and windy here in Southern California. But let's see. Let me see if I can work with something here. Let me see what I can do. Okay, so I'm looking on all these damn YouTube trailers, and everything is just like, it's not just a warning. It's a calling, or it's not just a calling. It's a warning. So they're very tight-lipped on what the hell this movie's about. So obviously it's Batman. It's a younger Batman because it's Pattinson. I keep saying Pattinson. 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 I guess my hopes is, I hope it's an interesting movie that we get to see some awesome detective work, awesome fight work, that the villains are interesting. I just want a good, interesting, entertaining movie. And if it leads to other stuff down the road, if it connects with Joker, if it connects with Wonder Woman or whatever the heck is going on, that would be great. Hopefully, maybe this will be the starting point of something new. Maybe a tease of Flashpoint, and that's how they'll finally bring everything together and make a unified vision for the DCEU. But until then, yeah, I'm just excited. It's fun. This is my next movie that I'm seeing after Jackass Forever, and hopefully it's worth it. So I will see you guys soon. We're gonna go and get my girlfriend's thoughts once we get to the theater, and we'll do our little montage. Ooh. montage of me going in and getting the movie seats and everything like that, and then we'll come back with our thoughts on the movie. Bye. All right, hello everyone. So we're here. We made it to the movies. We're getting ready to go see The Batman. Justice. But you've already heard my thoughts. So what are you looking forward to seeing in The Batman?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Batman.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot.
But I don't know. I'm just excited to see because I heard it's really good and that it's a different take on the Batman myth, and I want to see how Robert Pattinson does Batman.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. What did you what were your initial thoughts when you heard that Robert Pattinson? I in the first part of the video I kept calling him Patterson, and then I finally read
it.
Yeah, Robert Patterson. Well, what were your initial thoughts when you heard that he was gonna be the Batman?
I always thought it was a good cast. I think I always told you that, like, he's a good actor, and I feel like he would be good for the role. Like, I didn't even see Twilight, so I can't judge him off of Twilight when I think I saw, like, one of them. So, I don't know. I feel like he'd be good. I feel like he's a good Batman.
Yeah, and it's funny because the character that he played in Twilight, Edward, right?
He was a bat.
Yeah, he was kind of a Batman.
He's a bat man.
He's a Batman.
With a space in between.
Like the hyphen in Spider-Man that everyone forgets about. Yeah, his character in that movie was very like one note, and it was just like stoic and angsty teenage vampire who lived for 1,000 years. So,
which is really what Batman is as an adult, a stoic, grown-ass adult who likes bats. Well, no, actually the opposite, who hates bats.
He uses that as a fear tactic. Yeah, so like you can't really judge him on that. And like he's been in some other good stuff. We didn't see Tenet, but I think he was good in that one. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
I saw that movie, the 9/11 movie he was in. I can't remember what it's called right now, unfortunately, but I really liked him in that movie.
I'll look it up. I'll throw it up on the screen. I made a really bad joke, or I made a joke about like how everyone reacted to Robert Pattinson being Batman. You'll see when the video comes out.
Oh,
but yeah, so we're pretty excited. Like I said, we don't know anything that's going on. There's like no synopsis or anything. I read it. I was looking for it in the video before, and I'm like, what the hell is this movie about? There's nothing. It's just like a whole list of actors who are in the movie. So, yay! We're gonna go in surprise, and thankfully we've both avoided spoilers. So let's not delay this any longer. Let's go see Justice. Batman. So those are the faces of someone of some people who have I don't want to say sat through the Batman, because first impressions. What did you think, baby? What did you think?
Well, I just want to throw out there that I remember the name of the movie while we were watching the trailers of the 9/11 movie, and I'm 90% sure it's Remember Me.
When you have to travel far. Wait, DMCA. Oh, Remember Me. Oh,
if
okay.
I'm wrong, just, like, bleep over my mouth or something.
Okay.
Whatever.
Or it's like.
Put the Eevee sound
We'll
over my
put-
mouth. Or the Umbreon sound.
We'll put the real name of the movie. We'll just insert it with like Microsoft stamp. But yes, the Batman. What did you think? What was just give us your thoughts now that we've experienced it.
I liked it. It was fun. It was a little slow to start for my liking. but I liked it. It was fun. I like Robert Pattinson as Batman. He looked kind of weird as Bruce Wayne. Like, I don't feel like the hairstyle fits Robert Pattinson. It was very off-putting.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is that you said it was slow to start. For me, I was like, oh wow, this is like picking up. I thought it was really fast. And like maybe, what is it, 5 minutes into the movie, you already see Batman doing Batman things.
Oh, I just mean like the story. Like, it felt like it dragged a little bit at the beginning.
Oh my goodness, sorry guys. I don't have like a thing to hold my camera, so it's like very shaky cam, and like I have to rest my arm on something. But no, oh okay, yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. Yeah, the movie, like the actual plot, the best way to describe it, I would say, would be, Gotham is corrupted, Batman fights corruption, chaos ensues. So yeah, it's a Batman movie. Also, it's a Batman movie. Like, it's mostly Batman in the movie, which is really funny because I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, we don't really see Bruce Wayne at all. It's called the Batman because that's really all he's doing. Like, I want to say it's 80% Batman and then like 20% Bruce Wayne, like runtime. And I think that's really, really cool because this Batman is more like showing off his detective skills, especially with the Riddler, which is something like really new. Or not new, but it's more, it's like a side of Batman that a lot of people have been begging to see. Like him doing actual, like, solving and, like...
Using his true and only superpower.
Yeah, exactly. Not like Ben Affleck's, like, what's your superpower? Like, I'm rich. It's like, yeah, no, but you're also supposed to be very smart. But, like, he's not, like, super smart because there's still stuff that's, like, unraveling. It's hard to give it, or to, like, describe it without giving away the movie. Because, like, the movie ends, like, 3 different times before.
Yeah, it really did.
I was like this, like, getting ready to show my camera, like, so I could do the end credits. I'm like, nope. It's like, okay, here we get, nope. And I just realized I'm moving the microphone. But yeah, I will be the first to admit I was completely wrong. Robert Pattinson. I know. Robert Pattinson. He was really, really good as Batman. He got the physicality down right. His voice was intelligible, but also he like was able to like pull off that
Batman.
Yeah, that Batman. That Batman gruff and fear. And but yeah, Bruce Wayne, he's definitely the weaker side of it. The look didn't feel right. Like you said, the hairstyle is just kind of weird. It's like angsty emo Bruce Wayne, and I couldn't tell like how old he was. I'm like, how old is this guy?
Yeah, he was somewhere between 21 and 47.
Yeah. Kind of bummed. Not a lot of Alfred in this movie. Like I said, this is a Batman. Jim.
Breakfast.
Yeah, Batman Jim Gordon buddy cop movie. That's what it really, really felt like because there was a lot of Jim Gordon, and I liked him. Jeffrey Wright was really good as Jim. So yeah, not a lot of Alfred. Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. She was pretty good. I liked her. She's like maybe in like takes up like a quarter of the screen time. Like they work together, and then there's like a big absence of her, and then she comes back towards the end, and like on and off. You know who I really, really enjoyed? I really enjoyed Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He was really, really cool.
That was Colin Farrell?
Yeah, that was Colin Farrell.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I'll throw up a screen grab of him on the video right now. But yeah, like he put on a lot of weight for the movie. Like you know who he reminds me of? Do you remember his character in Horrible Bosses?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Horrible Bosses?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if you've seen Horrible Bosses, Colin Farrell plays the douchebag son of one of the main
Horrible
guys.
Bosses?
Yeah. No, actually, the Horrible Boss is the douchebag son. His dad dies, and he's like a really good boss. And then like the son takes over, and he's like a cokehead, like real douche. Like imagine Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai, but like on coke, and he's just like a huge major f up. That's what he looks like, and like, and if that character also gained like 60 pounds, because he's very, very big in this movie. But I look forward to seeing more of him. The Riddler guy was, I don't know who played the Riddler.
Me neither, but I love them.
Yeah, he's like the Joker, but like more emotional damage. Because it's like a very weird take on the Riddler. He's like very like unhinged, kind of like when he doesn't have the mask on, and you see who the true person is that's playing the Riddler. It's like, oh man, this guy's whacked. He's very, very off the deep end. Especially towards the end of the movie with when
he looks like 4chan. Like if 4chan had a face.
If 4chan had a face, yeah. Like Vector, also Vector from Despicable Me.
That's right.
It's like a Vector Chan. Vector Chan, that's terrible. Michael Giacchino's score. I don't know how to say his last name. He's the composer who did the Jurassic World movies recently, The Incredibles, Up. He also did something else. But I liked his theme for the Batman, like the booming, like dun 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 dun. And it's like, I'll try and put up like a 5-second clip of it.
You mean you doing it as in doing it?
Oh no,
service?
no, God no. Yeah, I wish. But when Batman was doing Batman things and like his theme was playing, I was like, wow, this is really cool. I like it. It's very imposing. It's kind of like primal, more like a lot of drums. It reminds me of like The Lost World, just because of it's like that really primitive, like fear-inducing sound.
I'm sorry, when you said primitive, all I could think of was Ancient Lamentations.
Yeah, Ancient Lamentations, but done right. from Zack Snyder's Justice League, the one that came out on HBO Max.
Please throw those on there too if you can.
I will. I'll try and remember it. I'll be editing this really late tonight. Actually, you know what? The funny thing, you just reminded me of. Oh my goodness. Oh, what was I gonna say?
I thought the way he popped into like that very last big fight scene was like amazing, worthy of being compared to the scene in Wonder Woman with what was it?
No Man's Land.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. The finale, the big where Batman comes in and like saves people. Yeah, that was really freaking cool. And it's you know what's really like interesting is this Batman has maybe like 2 different gadgets, and that's all he uses. Like everybody like jokes about how Batman like his powers are like his utility belt and stuff, but yeah, this Batman was like more grounded than the Nolan Batman, because there's not like tanks and like flying gear and stuff like that. The tech that he uses is like very believable, and like very early Batman. Like this one's when we start the movie, he's established as he's been doing it for like 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. So he's still getting a handle on things. And he's not perfect. Like I said, there's stuff that he messes up on. But I know what I was gonna say now. I liked it a lot. It's very long, and it feels longer too, because there's not like that upbeat like haha. Like Avengers Endgame was long, but like there's those moments where it's like we get a laugh, changes of scenery. This movie's very dark throughout the entire thing, and
even
it's like
when funny stuff was happening, it was really just you laughing most of the time and me laughing with you like 90% of the time.
Like there's stuff that I found funny, and like some of it won't hit with people. Like I don't know if maybe it's just because we've seen it day after. All the super mega Batman fans have already seen this movie. We're already on like day 3 of people coming to see it, so maybe that has something to do with it. The audience is different.
There are a lot of like older people in the audience.
Definitely a lot of older people. It's very busy right now. Now that we left the theater, we saw like the lobby's packed. But I don't know. But yeah, this whole movie's like dark from beginning to end. Very, very like distinct lack of color. Everything's black, blue, dark gray. So maybe that had something to do with it. but it does feel emotionally. It does feel draining. So I want to know what how I'll feel when I see this again. It's gonna come on HBO Max like 45 days from now. So if you're not comfortable seeing this in theaters, feel free to wait till it comes out on HBO Max. I'm definitely gonna rewatch it. Overall, my thoughts were initial thoughts. I want to give it an 8 out of 10. It's really, really good. Pacing could have used. It could have done some better pacing. I don't know. It just felt longer than it needed to. And like I said, like the multiple endings where I'm like, is it gonna end? Oh no, wait, hold on. I guess we still have this to resolve, or this is gonna go on. So yeah, if you're a Batman mega fan, I think you'll really, really love this movie. It's definitely up there with The Dark Knight. But for regular movie fans, like it's gonna be a little difficult. It'll be hard to sell you on.
I'm not a Batman fan.
Yeah, and you're not a Batman fan. I like Batman. I like Batman and Superman, but I think Batman is definitely more cooler from how he solves stuff and what he does.
I mean, like, I'm not the Batman I was exposed to was the cartoon one in the early 90s.
Kevin Conroy. You should. You know what this made me want to do? This made me want to play the Batman Arkham games. You should play those. They're really fun, and it's Kevin Conroy doing the voice, and Mark Hamill as the Joker. They're really, really good. They're really, really good games, and like if you enjoyed Spider-Man for PS4, you'll love those games. Especially Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Those are like the two best like Batman games. But what do you think? What would you give it a rating out of 10?
I'd give it a 9.
Give it a 9?
Also, would it be a spoiler to say that there was a gratuitous shirtless scene just to show people that Robert Pattinson did exercise for the role of Batman?
No, I don't think that's a spoiler. Like everybody is, if like those big hunky superheroes, is like you gotta have the shirtless scene. You gotta show the scars and the bruising and stuff like that. So
like he wasn't Christian Bale big. Well, I would think he was like around Christian Bale in the first Batman movie, right?
Yeah, because in The Dark Knight, he was freaking juiced. Christian Bale was huge. Yeah, he's more like Batman Begins. Like every superhero movie does it. Me and my brother were watching Shang-Chi the other day, and it's funny how like there's like in the fighting scene, the pit. Like there's obvious like yeah he's like they tell him like take your shirt off. It's like why why do we have to take the shirt off? And it's because there's ladies in the audience and we got to give them something to enjoy and something for men to work towards.
Meanwhile, they didn't let Chris Evans take off his shirt to pull the helicopter. We had to settle for the bulging biceps.
Yeah, no, that's huge opportunity lost. How dare they? How dare they deny us our juicy Chris Evans shirtless? But yeah, so that was our trip to go see the Batman. I enjoyed it. Go see it if you feel comfortable, if you feel safe. A lot of mandates are going out the door now, so take your mask. Don't let anybody shame you for wearing a mask for protecting yourself.
Most people in the theater were wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I didn't see anyone walk out without one, even though they're not required.
I know there were some people I saw in the lobby who didn't have a mask, but
there were so few that they just kind of blended in with the crowd of masks.
Yeah, so wear your mask or feel free to wait. You know, I know Hollywood is hurting right now. They're like trying to find anything to stick and get people in the theaters. Everybody wants their Spider-Man No Way Home because that movie is doing really, really well. But go see it. Have a good time, Batman fans. Hopefully this is the start of something good for the DCEU. Nothing really connects it with anything else so far, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for this Let's Go See. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, tell me, are you going to go see the Batman? Did you enjoy it? Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so that way you're notified when we got a new video going up.
Oh, I was hoping you would cue me again, and this time I was ready. This time I knew the line.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through it. My arm
ding,
is...
ding, 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 ding.
My arm is killing me.
Okay.
You're so cute. I'll throw out the bell when you do the ring ding dings. But until then, guys, take care. See you next time for our Let's Go See, and stick around. We'll have some more fun stuff going. Until then, bye!
was really good.
Yeah, it was. Fuck, my fucking arm hurts.